Good day, everybody. So this video, I would say, is really for younger folks. And the title of the video is going to be Government for Government. And why did I title this video Government for Government? Well, the government was originally for the people, and the people was the government. Now we've entered into a period of, and we've been there a while now, of government for government. But let me go back first. Let me go back about 30 years and kind of explain what things used to look like and how things were originally meant to be done. Okay? Well, when I was about 15, 14 years old, when I was younger, much younger, I could walk into the Capitol whenever I wanted. You could go in and you could observe the functions of government. You could do this. As a matter of fact, it was much more common in the 1800s, the 1700s, late 1700s, or even before that. Persons would go into their seats of government and they would watch trials take place. They would watch the workings of government, because that was the only way that you could see the interworkings of government. And now you can't do that. If you wanted to get into the Capitol to watch the quote-unquote elected officials at work, you can't do it. It would be a very difficult, lengthy process. And that was never intended for our government. It was never supposed to be like this. These halls of government were supposed to be the houses of the people, and that would create a element of transparency that would then hold those government officials, citizens like yourself and myself, accountable. You can't do that anymore. Government is now passing laws, and these laws and these bills that are going into effect, a lot of them we don't even know what they are at all, and they're becoming law under the auspice of law by quantity. So you'll see a bill or legislation being passed which is 3, 4, 5,000 pages in length that contain one element of what the mainstream media will be talking about, but there's dozens and dozens and dozens of other laws being put into effect that you have no idea what is actually happening. Now, you could say, well, I can turn on C-SPAN, right? Well, not everybody has access to C-SPAN. And in order to get a access to C-SPAN, you have to get a very expensive cable subscription. So a huge percentage of the American people have been taken out of the governmental process, of the legislative process, of the election process, of the understanding of what exactly is occurring. People don't understand history. If I were to go back in time and I were to go to either Jim Crow South or antebellum South, And as we all know, and again, this is not a shot at the Confederacy. This is not a shot at anyone. But the simple fact is that the Democrat Party controlled the Confederacy. And if you were to ask any of those newly released slaves that many, many years into the future, you would now be supporting the very group that kept them, here's a Biden quote, in chains. But they do. And it's because they don't understand the political system. They don't understand what is occurring. The youth and younger folks, and even middle-aged folks now, are staring at iPods. They are looking at popular culture, and that is more important than the government that now controls them. It is not a government for the people. Again, 30 years ago, you could walk into this building right here, and there were no metal detectors. There was no high security measures. You could walk right up and visit your congressman or senator's office, and then you could listen to them. You can't do that anymore. Yet we call ourselves a democracy, a representative republic. And now, with the intervention of big tech into our lives, lies are in perpetuity. And it's about immense wealth. It's about these tech overlords that have more power than the President of the United States. If we would have gone back in time just 30 years ago and would have said that, hey, this young person by the name of Jack Dorsey, 30 years old, a kabillionaire, whatever a kabillionaire is going to be more powerful than the President of the United States. We would have said, no way, not possible. Well, folks, it is possible, and it's happening, and it has happened, and we have let it happen. Now we have to undo it.